Get ready for the main attraction, folks. I'm going to start this video off by suggesting that you stop listening to me and go ahead and select the silent version of this particular video. Me talking over this song is an absolute insult to this song. It deserves to be heard a lot more than I deserve to be heard. You should go ahead and listen to it instead. I'll discuss more about the song later. I think the main reason I love this game so much is this stage right here. This stage is the epitome of this game, and it is a fantastic success, and it does a fantastic job of playing off nostalgia. I believe this is the stage that makes me love this game so much, why this game is my favorite game in recent memory, if not ever. And because of the amazing amount of nostalgia it pulls off for someone like myself who played Mega Man 2 when I was a kid, and all for the rest of you that played Mega Man 2. Should be getting a nostalgia rush from this stage if you played this game. It's no great secret that this game was modeled at more or less modeled at the Mega Man 2. Some subtle references, some not so subtle references. But the one really major thing that they pulled from Mega Man 2 and they did right was pulling from the first Fortress stage of that game. Everyone remembers their first time picking up Mega Man 2, and it's how it was a pretty good game, but it was really tough to deal with the stupid bullshit lasers and Quick Man stage and all those tricky jumps and Bubble Man stage and Air Man stage. And then if you happen to get the Crash Man without the air shooter, so help you God, you were down in like, what, 10-15 seconds. He was a real pain in the ass for someone that was, I don't know, what, 8-10 years old back then. But then you grueled your way through those 8 stages, those 8 bosses, and there was a sense of accomplishment. Alright, now I'm gonna go get Wily. And the first stage of the Fortress pops up, that music kicks in, the level design kicks in, and it's just this awe-inspiring sense of shit just got real. And everyone that ever has played Mega Man 2 knows exactly what I'm talking about in regards to that game. And MegaMari imitates this perfectly. It's just right from the beginning of this stage, there's this massive cloud of fairies, swarms and swarms of fairies being thrown at you. I really hesitate to use this term because it gets really overused in today's internet society. But both Mega Man 2 Wily Fortress 1 and MegaMari Apache Fortress 1 had this overwhelming sense of something epic going down between the music and the stage design and just what the stages are throwing at you. This stage is basically throwing everything the game has to offer at you. You have not seen anything at this level at this point. And even as how long it's taken me to get here, this is just the halfway point. This is the checkpoint. I've had to go through swaths of fairies to get here. And the music as well, the music in particular, this is my favorite video game composition of all time. I don't know, I believe this is an original composition by Tassifro, but this is my favorite video game song of all time. It's like the first time I listened to this, I instantly fell in love with it. And Sticker Brush Symphony from Smash Bros. Is the only thing that's come close since. And it does just a wonderful job I used imitating earlier, emulating, those are kind of harsh words. I would go so far as to say duplicating the feeling I got from Mega Man 2 when playing this game. Now the thing about nostalgia is that it's not always good, and you're seeing an instance right now, the one instance in this game that really made me sad to see Tassifro throw this in would be the imitation of the Quick Man death lasers. And I think back to when Mega Man 2 did it and how annoying they were, and it surprises me that it's become okay to use those in a Mega Man game because Mega Man 2 did it, so it's alright. Mega Man X5 did it, Mega Man Network Transmission did it. 2 doujin games that I've played, MegaMari, Rosencreutz's Celeste, with truly quality level design, both of them have done it. And it really saddens me to see that because it really is cheap difficulty. There's no getting around it. It's like Super Mario World 623 cheap difficulty. And because you saw the one place I died, if you were paying attention to that spot again when I came back there the second time, I only barely avoided getting clipped by the laser, and that was with knowing it was coming. And with knowing it was coming, if I had not known it was coming, it surely would have been instant death because I was holding right the entire time. If I had been any further to the left when falling down the chute from the previous room, then it would have clipped me and I would have been killed. There's no skill or anything involved in that. It's basically, it's luck and memorization, and it's really disappointing to see a quality game such as MegaMari reduced to using a cheap trick like that to generate difficulty. Even though I kind of forgive them, because I think they were just throwing it in terms of nostalgia, Mega Man 2 nostalgia, and trying to improve upon the epic feeling of this stage. But it really just does not work, because it's a poor level quality design choice. Now, the boss itself, you'll notice that that Yukari spends about 80% of this battle incorporeal, and that there's a huge bottomless pit at the bottom of this room, and that this boss battle is going to be 2 minutes long. And even given all that, I would still say this is a quality boss battle, because unlike with the Quickman death lasers, this is skill and planning and endurance. This is 2 minutes of you are doing stuff. There's nothing unavoidable. There's some random stuff going on, like where Van and Chen get deployed, and obviously the placement of all the boxes that you get to step on going around. But you'll notice that everything in this particular battle is slow enough and predictable enough that you can plan really well, and there's enough of the boxes floating around that unless you decide to trap yourself in a corner or do something stupid like fall down there, you're not going to be in any real danger. And they're also thick enough that you can stand in the middle and you won't get knocked off one by Ron and Chen running into you. And their patterns are always the same. They're always going to go in a circle, the same distance around from Yukari, and shoot shots in the same shape of waves. And the shots are slow enough, and they are slow enough going around their circle, and Yukari's shot is slow enough that you can see them all coming and plan properly. So even though there's this whole kind of X6 gate feeling going on here with a boss that spends the vast majority of their time invincible, and the bottomless pit at the bottom of the room just waiting for something to knock you off of one of the platforms down in there, especially at a time like this when Yukari's health is so low. Even with all that, I think there is sufficiently little luck necessary in this battle, and that there's sufficient amount of skill and planning and endurance required for this battle, that this is a quality challenge. This was a suitably epic end to a very epic stage, and I applaud Tassifro for this boss design choice, having the balls to do something like this after the disaster that was Gate.